So, Jerome, I understand that you are the head of the Apollo Alliance. Tell me a little bit about that organization.
Well, we are a huge alliance, a coalition of labor, conservation organizations, businesses, the faith community. We are a coalition that are promoting a 10-year strategic plan, a plan to invest $500 billion into the research and development of new alternative energies with the belief that we can stimulate the American economy with good green jobs, about 5 million jobs, as well as curb the impacts of global warming and help us get off the oil barrel that we're being held over by foreign governments.
Interesting. Now, you spoke a little bit about the Pickens plan, and you said you weren't a fan of the Pickens plan. You said, I like the man, but I'm not sure about his agenda. Is that, can you expand on that a little bit?
Well, I think T. Boone Pickens should be commended. I mean, he's investing a huge amount of his own money to build wind farms, and he recognizes that we can't drill our way out of this mess. But he also is pushing for an increase in the use of natural gas. And, of course, natural gas discharges less CO2. I support that. But I also believe that we should invest more money, even his money, if he so chooses, into promoting the research and development of wind, solar, more cleaner energy product, and get us there in a very as quickly as possible so that we can start creating those good jobs and stimulating the American economy and cleaning up our environment. There's a sense of urgency.
And there are a lot of skeptics. I mean, a lot of people who say it can't be done or can it be done. What do you have to say to those people?
Well, those are the skeptics that believe that man could not be on the moon, as declared by President Kennedy in 1961. And some of them still believe we haven't landed on the moon. The bottom line is that global warming is a real issue, the economy is a real issue, and energy independence is a real issue, and we must address it and address it now.
And I think one of the things that you point to is youth, that youth is the key, except you said something that was sort of interesting in your lecture. It was the problem of nature versus Nintendo. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Young people are separated from nature right now, and we've got to create that next generation of leadership with respect to alternative energy. But it's done through education, K through 12. We've got to prepare that next generation that are going to be the workers in our manufacturing industries, that are going to develop, manufacture, install, and maintain the wind turbines and the photovoltaics. We've got to make sure that we've got young people trained and with the mindset to where they see the value of their involvement in alternative energy. And so the nature versus Nintendo, our young people are separated from nature, and we got to bring them back to nature.
So going back a bit, too, one of the things that you mentioned was the key about community colleges, and that struck me a little bit and wasn't something that I necessarily thought about. Can you talk about that?
Well, in order to have a successful green movement, we've got to build from the bottom up, not the top down. We can't depend on government to initiate a successful green movement. It has to be done within the communities. And the community college system is a great resource to make that happen. You don't have people moving from the East Coast to go to a West Coast community college. Community college students come out of the neighborhood. So why not invest in those community colleges, in research and development, in education in green, and put people in the community to work again from their own communities. That is the wind beneath the wings of America that can help make us a lot stronger.
So in a way, it's almost like giving more weight to the community colleges. So when I ask the question, hey, why community colleges, that's the direct answer.
And I think so. I think we have to invest in colleges across the board, but we have to give particular attention to community colleges, local trade schools. Those are community-based education resources that we've got to invest more in. And I think that great minds and great workers come out of those schools, and we've got to invest more public dollars into those education systems.
One of the things that you spoke about in your lecture, too, was the issue of poverty and poor people and how they're most affected by issues of climate change.
Yes.
What are your findings on that specific?
Well, it's very clear that poor people have been and will continue to be disproportionately impacted by issues of climate change and poor environmental practices across this country. We've just got to make sure that they don't continue to be impacted. You know, 2 out of 3 African Americans live within the same zip code of a landfill. And it's clear that poor people are going to be disproportionately impacted from global warming. The hottest years in recorded history have been within the last 2 decades. And poor people have less access to health care. Poor people have less access to air conditioning. Poor people can't afford Prius. Poor people pay more for electric bills than rich people because their houses aren't weatherized. So we've got to figure out a way to level the playing field, help energy be more affordable to the poor, but also get poor people in the whole process of green jobs and green opportunity.
That's good. Thank you. Last question is Barack Obama. He's the President of the United States. He has various different agendas in play, but sometimes it's nice to speak with somebody who's actually had contact with him to get their personal impression. What's your impression of his green agenda?
Barack Obama just doesn't talk the talk. He's been walking the walk. He's made Van Jones his energy czar. He's been very diverse with respect to his cabinet. Dr. Chu over energy, who understands and supports alternative energy. Kent Salazar over interior, who understands the importance of public lands and green. He's got Lisa Jackson over the EPA, who understands the impact and disproportionate impact on poor people, poor environmental practices. He's got Carol Browner in the White House, the former head of the EPA under the Clinton administration, who recognizes green investment and the importance of it. Barack Obama is walking the walk. And with the stimulus package and the $100 billion that has been committed to green and green education, plus $6.25 to $6 billion for weatherization, that is very, very critical and important, and is going to create green jobs in this country that's going to help America stimulate our economy at a time that is very much needed.
So he's on the right track, and that probably means for you that America's on the right track?
America's on the right track. We've just got to make sure that Americans get behind our government as well as we expect our government to get behind America. And I think that collectively we can get the job done.
Jerome Ringo, thank you very much for taking the time with us.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
You have a great show.
Thank you very much.